Hello and welcome to the Module 6 portfolio assignment by Sunil Mishra. And this assignment I'm preparing for HC 46010 Health Care Ethics and Biostat. So, in this portfolio assignment, we have been asked to analyze and research business questions on environmental concern raised by the local citizen, where several citizens has been approached us with concern about a chemical plant nearby causing them minor illness in the area. Uh, we are working as a consultant to design an epidemiology study and look at the health outcome for their specified area, and based on that outcome we could come up with a more questionnaire and collect more data, and maybe we can set the goals and steer the next stage of the studies. So without any ado, let's move on to the next slide. So I've already given you some background on this problem, but this is my agenda where I'll talking about the background as I've already given you some, and then we'll talk about the goal of the study, and then we'll move on to how we will be collecting the data. What are the methods we'll be using to collect the data, and how and when we'll be doing data analysis, and how we'll reach the conclusion that we should be preparing our final data reporting, and then finally the conclusions based on what I have learned from this module. And that's for my agenda. Let's move on to the next slide. So the background where I have already given you, and I'm just trying to reinforce my background again and again to make sure like we understand it correctly. We have been tasked to develop epidemiology study, understand health outcome for the area closer to the chemical plant, how we can partner with the local health department and researchers, how we can engage the area's private citizen into this study. So the goal of the study. So here, what I am proposing or what uh, I'm trying to advocate here is that we're going to try to answer three W questions: who, when, and where. While answering the question of who, we'll be identifying the population whose health is impacted. We'll be identify the people who are may getting impacted by the chemical plant, or any other factor is playing role inside this their health concern or health problem. Second, we'll move on to the when. So we'll try to understand when this problem started. Is that problem started right after the chemical plant was established and functioned, or this problem was happening before and it just started to appear more rapidly once the plant was started to function. And in a where question, we try to at least find out the geographic location around the chemical plant or some other area where exactly this problem is happening. So maybe we can say we try to find out the hotspot near this problem. Let's move on to the next slide. In this slide, we'll be trying here what here what we are trying to do. We are trying to uh, tell that what are the methods we'll be using to collect the data. So what we are proposing here, we are going to try to use two major data collection method. in the study. First, questionnaire. Second is observation. Questionnaire, like where we try to build a questionnaire and ask the population what kind of health issues they are seeing, when they started to see, and what other lifestyle changes has happened to them due to the health issue, or some other aspects is playing a role. For example, if in this questionnaire we will try to understand whether they started seeing this health problems due to the economic boom, due to the economic boom which happened by establishing this chemical plant in the area, where the economic has been improved, job has been improved, money started to flow in the community, has been it started to happen, and that could have happened to change the lifestyle. And in this questionnaire, we will try to ask closed kind of questions where we'll be giving, like, okay, how you feel your health conditions now, like maybe excellent, fair, good, worse, or poor, something like that, where we try to get one of these answers, not like open ended questions here. So we ask those questions, we try to build a questionnaire and collect the data. Second method we are proposing here, observations, where we'll be observing the local population and the local health center and facility, how local citizen is being treated, how they're expressing their medical condition with local medical professional, how they are being treated, whether being treated their disease or their medical conditions is going away, or it's kind of like up and down graph. It goes down as far the medication is working, or the medical or the medicine, as soon as the medicine is weared out, the condition comes back. And in both the cases will be need to very careful about research ethics, because both are involving the human subject. So we have to be very careful, and we have to go through the our IRB review process and prepare the review protocol before we can start it. So we'll move to the next slide. Here we are discussing how we will be analyzing the data. So what I'm proposing here is that we'll be start analyzing the data as the data is being collected, instead of like waiting for the study to happen certain period of time and then started to analyze the data. But what we are proposing, that we'll be start analyzing the data as soon as they started to arrive, and we'll do the continuous analysis, and that continuous analysis will keep on giving us a new insight, and can that can steer the how study will go forward, whether it need to go to this direction or that directions, or are we are finding a new things, or we need to refocus our whole strategy. But we need to learn faster, not wait for the when the almost the study is over. And we research don't have unlimited fund, it cannot keep going. We have to draw the line on the sand, right? And we have to stop there. So this data analysis proposal is like, as soon as we receive any data, we start analyzing, and that may guide us to how we move forward in our study, and how we change our course of the study. So we'll do the continuous data analysis in this, and result from ongoing data analysis will lead to the new findings as the study is progressing, and that could change whole course of the study. uh, Final data reporting. So as I mentioned earlier, also research don't have unlimited funding, it has to stop at certain point. So so how will know that what is the stopping point for us, because there's no set goal here for us. So one method we'll be using, as soon as we learn that we are not finding anything new insights, We are not finding any new informations. We are just coming across the old information which we have collected already. That means it's a time to think about and prepare our interim report. And if interim report satisfy the interested party, then that will be turned into our final report. So that means like we will be not just keep going. Our goal is like as soon as we learn that we are not learning anything new, we are learning curve is just it's kind of going in downward shape, we'll be stopped there and try to prepare our interim report and then convert that to the final report. And basically our interim report is going to be benchmark to understand when to stop the exploratory study, understand the relationship between the health issue and in terms of the chemical plant. And then if we reach at the conclusion that we are not learning anything new, we'll stop and prepare our final report. Moving on to the next slide. Conclusion. This conclusion is not for the study. This conclusion is in perspective of my portfolio assignment. So in this, what I have did, I have used the qualitative research method here. That's what was my baseline here. Based on that, in this study, I try to showcase the method we have learned in the module 6 of healthcare ethics and biostat. And it is based on the tree-based approach explained by the Nick Hopwood, University of Technology, Sydney. So that was my conclusion, how I'm trying to explain how I use the information or knowledge being learned by me into healthcare ethics and biostat, and I'm trying to present into the portfolio assignment. Finally, these are my references. I went to Wikipedia. I didn't know the what is the epidemiology is, so I learned about that, what it is, and based on that, I start building my portfolio assignment. And then finally, obviously, the module 6 healthcare ethics and biostat. I used a lot of information from there. Like I went back and read the videos or sorry view the videos again and come up with this portfolio assignment answers and try to prepare this presentation or portfolio assignment. Thank you for listening me. I hope you liked it and I hope I was on the point of explaining what exactly I was supposed to do here. Thank you.